Hello YouTube, this is Michael from Weez Into Snakes. Today I'm spending a little bit of time setting up the new software program that we have. I actually got it pretty well set up, and I'm using it, and I'm going through some of the different functions of it that we can do. I've been feeding and cleaning cages today, so I'm going in and entering information. This new software program is called Husbandry Pro, and I don't have any no connection to them, or what, they're not paying me to do this or whatever. It's just a really cool program that I saw on Mutation Creations YouTube video. Billy was using it, and I've seen one or two other people talk about it, so I went and checked it out, and it's really cool. I like it, so I was just going to show you some of the functions in it, and what I like about it. So stay tuned, we'll run through it. Okay, so this is the main website where I downloaded the program from, and it's husbandry.pro, and you can go on here, and it has, it tells you like some of the features and so forth on here. It's got videos on here, and then you subscription pricing. And this is selected yearly subscription pricing, and this is for the different packages. I went with collector because it has up to 200 active animals. I don't have 200 active animals, but this, like the hobbyist, only has up to 50 active animals, and I do have over 50 active animals, so I kind of went in between. But then they have a breeder, and then also a commercial operation. You just select which one you want, and then go from there. And they do have, like right now, it's like a 30-day trial to use it. But I went ahead, and after using it for just a few hours, I went ahead and paid the subscription for 1 year. And this is kind of what the screen looks like. This is the dashboard. What you can do is, like, under animals, I got a list of my animals, and so you can, like, if you wanted to add an animal, you can go in here. You can tell it what type of animal you have. Some of these I've added, some of them are already here. An animal ID, if you have a name for the animal. Most of ours we name, so matter of fact, all of ours have a name. And then animal descriptor, and then you can put genetics in, and then whether you produced the animal or it was acquired. You can put a date of birth, the sire, or in dam ID. The location, I'll get to that in a second. That's for like your racks and so forth, and any notes you want to put in there. And then also you can go in here and select feeders. The normal feeding interval, then you can click over here to show notifications, so it will give you notifications on the open screen or on the dashboard, who needs to be fed that day and so forth. Like, we go back to the dashboard, it'll show me today's feedings right here. These are the snakes that I have that are due to be fed today. These are some feature animals that I have. These animals are all basically breeders that we have. Here is my rack list. Animals for sale. Right now I don't have any animals for sale. I don't have any brood mating. And also you got a feeder inventory over here where you could go in and you populate what your feeders are. Like, I put the frozen FT for frozen thawed rat, and so forth. Basically, like I said, you got a list of animals. So say I want to find in my collection something that had the banana gene, so I can start putting in banana, and it brings up the different ball pythons that I have that have the banana gene. I have a banana inchy spider, a banana clown, and then a regular banana. Of course, I also have a coral globe, but I got that listed as a coral globe. So you can actually go in and select, like if I wanted to do spider, I got like 4 different spiders listed here and so forth. So so that, I mean, you can search by genes and so forth. Then the next thing is like racks. Browse. I can go to browse racks, and these are the racks that we have. This is a baby rack, and it's got listed on here the snakes that we have in each tub. You can put your cursor over it and it'll tell you what's in that tub, the name, the ID, female, genetics. Then also here's a custom made tub that I built, and you can set up a tub or set up a rack, or you have predefined racks. So this is another custom made rack, and these are the snakes that we have in there. This is a rack that we have ordered that is on its way. Well, it's not on its way yet, but hopefully it'll be on its way soon. But so you can like go to add a rack, and then you can name it, and then they have predefined racks in here like ARS and Freedom Breeder racks. Or you could make a custom rack, like you can tell it how many rows that you have and how many columns, and then save the rack. And then, like I said, you go back to list the racks here, and then you also have cages too. You can add cages or racks. And then so right now I got well, I have 3 racks, but I went ahead and added the Freedom Breeder 1040 that we have on order, and when it comes in I can start adding snakes to that. Cages, cage list. These are individual enclosures that we have snakes in, or other reptiles. So then, as far as feeders, here's a list of feeders that I entered in all these different feeders, and then you just click add feeder, and then you can just put in whatever information, the feeder name, the size, what they cost you, the weight of them, the quantity that you have, is it purchased, yes or no, and then supplier name if you wanted to do so, and all that kind of stuff. It also has, let me skip to the breeding plan first. So this is the cool thing about the breeding plan. So this is my 2021 ball python breeding plan, and you can go here to view, and it will show you this is the male, and these are the females that he's been matched up to. There, and then you could put in events, post activity by clicking this little lightning bolt looking icon, and then when you click that, you can select activities, whether it's ovulation, copulation, a pairing, or what the case may be. I have to, I'm just now setting this up, so I will have to go back and add some information in here to the pairings and dates and the copulations and stuff like that. We do have he has paired up and locked with all 3 of these females already. So this is another male, and the female he's been paired to, and you can see like the last time I paired them was on February 18th, and noticed a lock on the 19th. So if you wanted to add another female, you can go here, and let's just say I wanted to, you just start typing, like I start typing just a gene, or it'll self-populate, and then you can just select one from here and it will add it to the list. So here's another male that we have, and the female that he's paired up to. So then you also have, after that, you got incubation. I don't have any data right now because I don't have any eggs, but you can add like the clutch number, the sire, and the total eggs, viable eggs, bad eggs. So it like tracked everything for you. It also has a contact list. These are some of the people that these are some of the people that I've done recently done sticker swaps with, so I have a lot more contacts to add and so forth. You also have a calendar on here. Shows you feeding reminders and so forth. Utilities. This is how you'll go in and make the different cage cards and so forth. So you can come over here to cage card designer, and there's two predefined ones in here, but you can create your own if you would like. Like this is the basic card, so if you wanted to change something up, you can go here and hit design, and then on that card you could add whatever information you want. It's going to have the QR code, and I got the animal name, animal ID, and the sex. You can also put like the genetics, so you animal type, descriptor, date of birth, genetics, sire, note down, notes, so you can add all that, but on like a little 1 inch by 2 5/8 inch label, too much information is too much information. It bleeds into everything else. So I just added these three. So let's go back, and then you have large cards here, which is 2 by 3.5, and then these are some tub labels that I was making, so forth. And you can add whatever you want on there as far as whatever information. And then you just come once you do that, you can come to print cage cards, and you would say select the basic card. You can select whatever type card you want. Select, these are the different enclosures or racks, so you can select those to print them out, or you can select which animals that you want to print the QR codes out for, and then you just send them to the printer. Other than that, I mean, you can customize it with different settings and so forth, and whatever you want as far as what your dashboard looks like, what information is included and so forth. But anyway, that's kind of a rundown on it's like a really great program. I like everything that you can do with it. So far I'm really liking it, and like I said, we went with the collector edition of it. And if you have more snakes, or you don't have as many snakes but you'd like to keep track of them like this, I was doing it the paper way, and this just makes it so much easier. So anyway, that's kind of a rundown on the program itself. Okay, another cool thing about this program is you also have apps that you can download and put on your phone. And as I showed you with the QR code, this is one of the QR codes that I made for a rack. Made one for each one of our racks, and you can go in here and go to QR, and then basically it will scan that code, and then it brings up your rack. And then what you can do is, I have cleaned these racks and gave them fresh water, so you can do bulk cleaned and then also bulk water change. And then so now it records every single one of these snakes as their tub has been cleaned and their water changed. So you can do that with each one of the racks. Now as you can see, each one of the tubs in our rack has its own little QR code, and that QR code is for the snake that is actually in that tub. So what you can do is, if you're going, you can go back to the QR scan, and if you're going to say we did this already, but we're going to feed, let me do that again because he didn't quite catch it on the camera. Go, it scans that QR code, it brings up the animal, and then what you can do is other activities. You can go down there and you can tell it whether it's a feeding, it's a refused food, shed, ovulation, copulation, any notes, whether you're pairing, you cleaned it, the weight of the snake, reproduction, brumate, water change, prelay shed, follicle development. So you got all these different activities that you can actually enter in here, and that's where having those QR codes is really cool, because then, you know, not only if you're doing bulk, but if you're doing feedings and you're doing certain ones that you're feeding today and not others, you can just scan the QR code. And like I said, each one of our tubs has its own QR code. So when I go through, and if I'm doing feeding, I can just scan that code on my phone and put the feeding in. So that makes it really nice, and you can change up, you know, what you fed and all that kind of stuff. So just for instance, if I were to go here and go to feeding, it's got the date. If you want to put additional action there, let me get that off the phone. It's checking, somebody sending me a message on our Instagram. And then you can go in here if it normally, like this one says, I don't know if you can see it or not, but rat small is normally what that snake eats. But you can go in here and you can change it if you gave them something else, you know, if you moved it up to rat medium, a frozen, I put them in as frozen, thawed, and so forth. Or, you know, rat would be just a regular live rat. Some of ours eats frozen, thawed, some of them do not. So you know, you can select which feeder you're gonna put in there, and then just hit submit, and it records that as a feeding. Alright, I'm gonna get back to adding some information here and doing some more feeding and cleaning. The one nice thing about this is, like, I'm back in the snake room now. All this information is basically in the cloud, so it basically transfers to whether I'm logged in on this laptop or whether I'm logged in on my desktop computer or even on the app from my phone. All the information's right there, and it's updated and so forth, which makes it really cool. So if you know, I'm just learning the program, but I mean, it seems like it's really simple and easy to use. And like I said, I'm not sponsored by them or anything else. This is just my opinion of the program. So if you have any questions, any comments or whatever, just you know, put them in the comments below. I will put the link to the website for them in the description, so you can check it out. I would definitely say, you know, for me, it's worth the $75 a year that I spent to get the program for a 1-year subscription. Time will tell, you know, but I'm very happy with it. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below anything that if you have any questions or anything like that, I'll try my best to answer them. So until next time, I appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.